Good morning, everyone. Now, after triangle, we'll start a new chapter that is called quadrilateral. Okay, chapter number 8, quadrilaterals. If I'll discuss about the definition of triangle, so we know that three non-collinear points, okay, three non-collinear points forms a triangle, closed figure, that is called what? Polygon. Same way, if I am going to describe a quadrilateral, so we can say that if no 3 points, I will write if no 3 points out of 4 are collinear. Okay, what is written here? If no 3 points out of 4 are collinear, so closed figure obtained is quadrilateral. Now let's do it by diagram. Suppose first point, second point, third point is here. So no doubt, if either one of the point is collinear here, and if we join all the points, we can get the shape of quadrilateral. Clear? It is what? The shape of quadrilateral. So little bit similarity with triangle, that in triangle we have 3 non-collinear points, but in quadrilateral out of 4 points the necessary condition is what? Okay, it should have 3 non-collinear points. Clear? Later on let's discuss about the parts and angles of quadrilateral. So here just I am going to draw a quadrilateral A, B, C, D. In our old syllabus we are given the symbol of quadrilateral, that every time instead of writing a quadrilateral like this, instead of writing quadrilateral we used to denote a symbol. It is what? Symbol of quadrilateral. So now whenever we are going to specify the quadrilateral, we have like this. It is quadrilateral A, B, C, D. Okay, see the sequence of learning the quadrilateral A, B, C, D. Okay, A, B, C, D. We can start by any way, and then we have to proceed in cyclic way. It is not like that A, B, D, C or A, D, B, C. No, we have to rotate in cyclic manner. Like what? A, B, C, D. Similarly, if I am starting from here, so I can write here what? Quadrilateral B, C, D, A. Okay, B, C, D, A and C, D, A, B. C, D, A, B. Right? As well as we can go for quadrilateral D, A, B, C. So this is what we can rotate anyway, but in what? Cyclic manner. We can even write like this also: ADCB, it is okay; DCBA, it is okay; CBAD, it is okay; and ADCB. Clear? So this is the way to write the perfect way or the perfect name of quadrilateral. Now let's talk about the sides. Okay. For the sides, we have, first of all, we'll go for the adjacent sides. Adjacent side, we can write that AB and BC are adjacent sides. Okay, AB and BC. Then we'll go for BC and CD. BC and CD, they are adjacent. Then we'll go for CD and AD. CD and AD. Then we will go for AD and AB. AD and AB. Clear? So this is what the adjacent side of quadrilateral. Now we will go for opposite sides. Opposite sides is what? AB and DC. You can see clearly here. It is C. Here. We have AB and DC. AB and DC. And AD and BC. So this is what sides. If we will talk about the vertices, we have vertices A, B, C and D. 4 vertices. A, B, C and D. Clear? Same way we will go for the angles. Now for angles, let's talk about the first one, adjacent angle. Adjacent means what? That is lying just near each other. So we can say angle A and angle B. So instead of writing angle A and angle B, I will write angle DAB and angle ABC. So first angle is what? Angle DAB and angle ABC. Then angle ABC and angle BCD. These two. So I will write angle ABC and angle BCD. Then I will write angle BCD and angle CDA. Okay, BCD and angle CDA, and then angle CDA and angle DAB. Okay, 4 angles. Angle ABC, angle BCD. Okay, B and C are adjacent, angle BCD, angle CDA, angle CDA, angle DAB, like that, and angle DAB and angle ABC. So this is what adjacent angle. So while seeing this valuation, you just sketch the diagram and then you will follow each and everything here. Clear? Then we have opposite angles. Before going for anything about quadrilateral, we have to be very sure about all the parts, types, so it becomes easy to understand. Then we have opposite angles A and C. So how we will write here? We will write angle DAB and angle BCD. Okay, this is what? DAB and angle BCD. Then we have angle ADC. You can see here angle ADC and angle ABC. Okay, opposite side. Then we have diagonals. Diagonals is what? If we draw the opposite vertex along with each other, then it is what we can say AC and BD are diagonals. Clear? So you can see that this is what the way to write the part of the quadrilateral. Okay, what I have written here, first of all, how to write, then adjacent side, opposite sides, then adjacent angle and opposite angle, and then we have diagonals. Clear? So make a good practice of just giving the different names. So your first target is what? That to identify the quadrilateral in its way, including what? Opposite side, opposite angles, adjacent side, adjacent angle, as well as their diagonals. Sure? So after that I will explain you one more theorem again. You have a lot of burden on the theorems, but we have to do it anyway anyhow. So let's start the theorem now. As we done in triangle, that's Sum of all the angles of triangle is 180. Same way we are going for the quadrilateral. Okay, the topic is what? Angle, excuse me, angle sum property. Angle sum property of quadrilateral. Angle sum property of quadrilateral. Now angle sum property means what? That is what you have to prove that it is our statement. Okay, the statement is what? The sum of, prove that. Okay, prove that the sum of angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degree. That is what our requirement, that is the sum of the angle of a quadrilateral is 360 degree. We have to prove that all the angles of quadrilateral is 360 degree. So let's start from our basics. We will write a data, either you write data or given. In given you write that, let's draw a quadrilateral of any way. You can use pencil for the diagram because in theorem we don't need pen. ABCD. So we will write here in data quadrilateral ABCD is given. Okay, one quadrilateral is given. What you have to prove now? We have to prove that angle A plus angle B plus angle C plus angle D is equal to 360. Okay, A plus B plus C plus D is equal to 360. Clear? Now proof. In proof, okay, we'll write here in quadrilateral ABCD constructing AC. You can construct AC or BD anyway. So I'm constructing here BD. Be a diagonal. Okay, it is a diagonal. Now for triangle ABD. Okay, for triangle what? ABD. We can write angle sum property here. How will write angle sum property? We will write here angle BAD plus angle ABD plus angle ADB is equal to 180. What is the reason here? It is angle sum property. Angle sum property. Give it number 1. Same way, similarly, in triangle BCD, we will write angle BCD plus angle CBD plus angle CDB is equal to 180. Once again it is what? Angle sum property. Okay, it is number 2. Now we have the 1 and 2, so adding 1 and 2 here. It is angle BAD. We will write all the total here. BAD plus angle ABD plus angle ADB plus angle BCD plus angle CBD plus angle CDB is equal to 180 plus 180. Now we can see that A and C is clearly a common angle, so we will write separately here angle BAD plus angle BCD. Can you see here BCD plus now ABD, okay, and CBD are interior of ABC. So I will write here angle ABD plus ABD. Can you see somewhere ABD? Yeah, this one is ABD and we have CBD. Okay, just underline it. Plus, if I am writing angle ADB and angle CDB, it is what? Interior of angle ADB. So I will write here angle ADB plus angle CDB, that is equal to 360. So clearly we can see that we got angle BAD plus angle BCD plus ABD and CBD. ABD and CBD is what? ABC. So I will write here, replacing this angle as what? Angle ABC plus ADB and CDB is what? ADC. So I will replace this value as angle ADC, that is equal to 360. So dear student, we got the result now. See, it is angle A, angle C, angle B and angle D is equal to 360, or it can be written as angle A plus angle B plus angle C plus angle D is equal to 360 degree. Clear? So this is what our requirement, one of the AGS theorem. I hope you understand and you will prove it. Okay, clear? So let's have the quick view of the figure now. So in next segment we'll go for some more examples and theorems. Okay.